Hey everyone, it is the Let's Get Loud podcast with Jay and A. Hello, Alicia.
Look at those beautiful white teeth.
Oh,
Straight white teeth. Like you were blessed with some good teeth.
good teeth. Good genes in this area here.
Re- Good genes in a lot of more areas than just this.
Yeah,
I
you
would
think so? Yeah, no. Right now we're going through Dia has braces and we're trying to find this morning I was like, "Okay, so can we officially say that you are like pain-free from your braces?" And she's like, "Yeah, no, zero pain." So I was like really happy for her.
was it
It was just like 2, 3 days. But you could tell she's not a whiner and she also doesn't want she knows that if she says that she's hurting, that hurts me. So she is the type that is not gonna mention it.
okay.
So I was like asking her a lot the first few days. I'm like, does it hurt? She's like, yeah, kind of.
No,
Like, do
it's
you want
sore probably.
yeah, do you want Advil or whatever? She's like, oh, we'll just take one before going to bed.
Okay.
But it did not last long. For some people, it lasts like a week. And for her, it was like 2, 3 days. So
Okay.
I'm excited to see like the shift. It's gonna be interesting because it's gonna be like quite some work there.
So because remind me, Dia like is missing like
Has
five
teeth,
adult
doesn't have
teeth.
teeth. Yeah. So when we went to my brother is a dentist and he checked with like her les
X-ray.
X-ray, like what's coming, how does it look, whatever. And he was like, he goes, okay, so she has like she is missing 5 adult teeth. So they're not anywhere. They're not coming. They don't exist. Isn't that
Okay.
interesting?
Yeah.
So Noah doesn't have that. So he checked Noah after Noah has all of his teeth. So it's very interesting that she would have that because it's usually genetics. So yeah. So when he was like, yeah, she's missing 5 teeth, no big deal. But ultimately there's gonna be a lot of like if they all if they all fall and nothing replaces them, she might need a lot of fake teeth. What is that? Quand tu mets she will
Mm,
need a implant, like an implant.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So, anyways, so it's like, okay, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Thank God he's a dentist, and that helps with how expensive this whole thing could be. But yeah. So, anyways, he was like, yeah, it's just gonna be like a long journey for her, and she cannot have implants until she's 19. So either way, like she'll be missing teeth until then. So whatever. So we go to the orthodontist, and he's like, yeah, definitely needs braces. But the good part is where she is missing her teeth is in the back. There's only
That's
one.
what I was gonna
We
ask.
have this one.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's missing. So that one's
Wow.
the important one.
Yeah.
Typically, it's these two that can be missing. Yeah, that's a
Wow.
common where these
Okay.
two aren't coming down or they're stuck in the gencive. That can be a thing as well. Isn't that weird? Anyways, so it's like this whole thing, but like we understand from like what the process is. So for now, she has braces on her adult teeth, but she has tons of teeth, teeth that she has not lost yet.
Yeah.
So she has like a long wire. Like it's different. It's not like brace. It's like
I
it's,
see,
you know
because
what I
they're
mean?
only putting it on her adult teeth.
Yeah, not baby
Right.
teeth. Because
Okay.
it would pull on them and it wouldn't be,
Yeah.
yeah. So it like it has a look. Um, so as she's losing her teeth and they're coming in, then they'll put, so that's it, that's interesting in itself. So when these teeth are like right to the left or to the right, I'm not sure like which way, but anyways, so the first step is to bring those two teeth together and like centered. Uh,
Hmm.
once that happens, there's gonna be a big hole here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he's ready, when he feels like it's time, he's gonna bring in like a fake tooth and put a brace on it so that it fills in that space and kind of like does its thing, but
Okay.
also has an aesthetic look of like it makes sense. So let's say he said for sure 2.5 years, like she would do the maximum sentence. So he's like, we'll do the maximum sentence for sure because there's a lot to be done. But you know how when you have braces, which you had braces for how long? Oh, you
No, I
had
didn't have braces.
Invisalign, whatever.
Yeah.
How long was that?
Like two
2
years.
years, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
We forgot. Did you forget? It's like I forgot.
No.
You had that. No, you did not forget.
I will see sometimes old pictures and videos, and you're like, holy moly.
That was a thing.
That was a
The
thing.
whole thing. That was a whole life.
That was a big decision for myself. Like I remember feeling like really like I don't guilty. Like it was like I don't know, 3 grand or
Yeah.
something. Like I was like, wow, I'm spending 3 grand on myself. Oof, no regrets.
No regrets. No, you used to like never really smile with your teeth. I remember that.
No.
Yeah. So, anyways, so basically he's going to do that. So let's say in 2.5 years. Okay, what I was going to say. When you have braces, like sometimes they have such straight teeth with braces on for like a year.
Yeah,
Like it's done. Like my teeth are straight now, but it's like it's not that easy. So I feel like she'll have like a good smile with all teeth for like at least hopefully like a year in the 2.5 years. But her teeth doesn't they don't bother her. However, she was very excited to have braces. Plus, like it's cool to have braces right now.
it's
Um,
definitely
it's
cool.
like a cool thing. So all that to say, once everything's done right, they need to take the braces out. Well, when they take the braces out, they're going to take that fake tooth out. So she'll have like a hole. And then for a month, you have to wear a retainer 24/7. Like everyone needs to wear that when they're done their braces. So he's going to put the fake tooth in the retainer. So when she puts it on, it's like it's a tooth.
Okay.
And while that month is kind of happening, I can go to my brother's clinic and get him to do the fake tooth that he's gonna attach in the back so that it looks like it's part of it until she's 19 and she can get
There
an
you
implant.
go.
Yeah. That fake tooth can stay 7 to 10 years. And he said like some people like never get the implant. Like they don't
Right.
want to. They're very happy with the fake tooth or they
Right.
just don't want to spend money on an implant.
Yeah.
So he's like, that's the plan. I was like, okay,
Okay.
all right, let's see.
I actually called yesterday to get an orthodontist appointment for all my kids,
So
and it
about
is the wait for consultation is in 2026.
yeah. So that's
Wow.
yeah, so that's what happened with us. Exactly. It was 1 year. 1 year goes by right fast. You'll see, you'll be like, oh my God, it's April 2026. Like that happened.
They
Yeah.
got they got Alfie in because he's already been there. He had like one little thing, so they were able to get him
Okay.
in. And he's 2 years older, right? So it's more important that
Yes.
he sees them first, and then I think it'll be fine for the girls. I mean, I feel like orthodontist work when we were kids, like no one was getting that done at like 10.
No, no, no. I got mine at 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like it's gonna be fine.
It's definitely It is what it is. You know
It
what I
was
mean?
actually really funny. I was like, show me your teeth, children." Like we were like at the dinner table, and Alfie's like this. I'm like, "Pretty good." And then like Phoebe, I'm like, "Ooh, pretty good." And then Piper, and we were like, "Ah!" Oh my God, it was so funny. I couldn't help it. I'm like, "You can't be
Oh,
good at."
oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Okay, we're gonna have to work on nah, it's all good. I feel like they don't, especially they're 10. Like
yeah,
but now I see them everywhere. Like Dia skating, like her group, like all of them have braces. Anyways, it's all like, what color did you put?
yeah.
So no, she's getting used to it. And I saw my brother and he was like, you should get her a water flosser. And I was like, okay, so bought one right away and Amazon and Dia is really enjoying that because it's like
Mm.
it's like kasi kind of what do you wash
Power washer.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So like she's like, "Nee," and there's like brushes like, oh, I love this. Like it really feels, she's like, I feel like I'm really doing a good job.
Oh, maybe
And
I
she's
need
like,
one of those.
yeah, instead of like on top of the brace, under the brace, like
Oh,
you're not brushing across the braces.
oh, right.
You know what I
See,
mean?
because
Like with a toothbrush.
I have a bar in behind.
Yes, okay.
So like I can't floss. I
No,
have to like thread a thing and put it
do the
through
thing.
and
I've heard of these
yeah.
bars behind the teeth. You're like the seventh person that says that has one. I
Well,
didn't
yeah, that's what
I had one.
they do to keep it there.
Yeah, but like we don't have that. Like I don't have like you know what I mean? Like keep it there.
Because your teeth move.
I know. But like I
We
don't
put
have
all this
anything that to keep my teeth. Like I had braces, like there's so you know what I mean? I'm like,
they might move. It's in your 40s that they start moving.
oh, in your 40s. Everything starts moving in your 40s.
Literally everything.
Everything moves.
Everything changes.
I think man, that's why we should be wearing our yeah,
Retainer. You're
right.
not wrong, Jose. I
I'm
actually
not
put
wrong.
mine in yesterday and I was like, oh.
It's tight, huh? Oh, I haven't put
But
mine
then
in
like
a decade probably. So I'm like, oh, that would be tight.
you
I don't
still
know where
own
it is.
it.
I don't know where it is.
Okay.
Yeah. But I know that I let go of that for sure.
Yes. It seems to be going well for you though.
Yeah, whatever. But 1 year left. That's all I have.
Who is Dia's dentist? Orthodontist.
Michel Martin.
Okay. Okay, so next topic.
Next topic, summer. No,
Oh, summer. Is summer next topic? Are you feeling it? It was, yes, tell us. Is it hitting you?
it's hitting me when I see like Sandbar opening May 16th.
Ooh.
Lobster Dick opening this weekend. Then
Okay.
there's the ice cream shop. That's when we know Shidyak is opening. Shidyak
Okay.
is closed. It is now being open. It's when there's like the Point du Chien. Now you have to pay to go there. It's open.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what it's like literally like an open sign in Shidyak. Is
Okay.
when those things open, Shidyak is open for business. You know what
Okay.
I mean? The beach is open and you have to pay to get in there. It's just like things like that. It's like, oh, it smells like summer. Smells like summer. Shidyak is opening because it's so boring in the winter. Like it's like closed basically.
And I feel like we just didn't even really have spring. It's almost like instantly summer.
Yeah, it feels that way. I mean, yeah. I guess there's a lot of rain coming.
Ah.
I didn't check. I don't check.
Alfie was wore shorts yesterday and he wore shorts today. And I feel like once middle school boys start
Wearing
wearing
shorts.
shorts,
It's summer.
it's like, oh, it's over. Like no matter what, he will be wearing shorts
Yeah, they
probably.
don't wear pants again, even if it's 10 degrees tomorrow.
Oh, 100%. Even in it's October. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you're really just wearing this, but so easy. Like the amount of money that I've spent on that child's clothes, like a pair of pants fits him for like 2 years, it
Yes.
seems. And
Yes.
he doesn't care.
Doesn't care. It doesn't want more.
I was like, these t-shirts are a little raggedy.
Mm,
I would like to buy you new t-shirts. And he's like, no thanks.
yeah.
Like,
I like the
absolutely.
raggedy look.
That
Yeah.
would be, that would require effort.
Right.
You know what
I
I mean?
think we could learn from being a little less like I think well that's how my household works like the boys definitely don't use a lot of the resources in regards to like to be happy or to feel fulfilled or to like want more like they
They're
don't
just simpler. They're
yeah
just men in general are just
in
simpler
general yeah
in general.
they just don't need as much to feel content. So
Okay,
we could learn from
rain
this.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, that's what someone just told me. They're like, ugh, it's
Yeah.
a rainy weekend. I was like, oh, they're like, sun makes me feel better, but then it's rainy all weekend. I was like, oh, I don't look that far. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
When are you going to Cancun? Are
Mexico
you going to Cancun?
next Tuesday, 6 days.
So fun.
So fun. Very fun. Yeah, should be interesting.
Just can't wait to see your smiling face on the internet on vacation. Nothing that I love
All
more than
fitness
watching
classes.
Josée on vacation.
There's a lot of smiles, a lot of teeth, but I can't wait that all the fitness classes. I'm like, there's a boot camp on the beach. There's like all the fitness classes. They have a yoga. They have a yeah.
Like a part of the hotel. Like it's
Yes.
like,
Yeah. I don't know if
okay.
it's included. I'm just assuming. We'll see. I'll get a package of some sort. I feel like that would be rude. I am insulted if you want me to pay.
No, it's included. It's
I feel like
aren't
it's
you going to an all-inclusive resort?
what?
Is it a resort? Like you're going to a resort?
Yes.
It's included.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Everything is included,
Yes.
Jose.
Okay, perfect. Can't wait. Can't wait to drink. Not like
Have you gone to an all-inclusive resort ever?
yes. Oh my God, yes. We used to do that when I was young.
Right, right, right,
That's how we started like vacationing. Not true.
right.
Disney was how we started vacationing, but I haven't done it in 11 years. Last time I was pregnant with Dia, very pregnant with Dia. It was May and I was due in June.
Ooh,
So, very pregnant. And I had a panic attack when my feet were this big.
I remember.
Yeah. I was like, something's wrong. Something's not right. It was just my feet.
Yeah,
It was like ça faisait même pas de sens. I had like compression, like
yeah.
wet
Socks.
holds. Yeah. I'd been standing all day because it was Nick's wedding. Right. So
Yes.
having been to an all-inclusive, so like I don't like I haven't had the feeling of like, hey, you want a pina colada? And like it's nothing. Like it's not 25 American dollars.
Literally the opposite of Exuma.
Literally the opposite of Exuma, a cruise, all of that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, so I, all the trips I've done, I've never, like, since the kids have not been inclusive. So that'll be an interesting, like, difference of like, oh, I just get up and I go eat something. Could be
Yeah.
dangerous. Could be dangerous. We'll see. You
Are
know how
are
I,
you? If you had like one drink, it would be a pina colada. Like, do you
Pina
like a
colada.
pina?
Yeah, strawberry daiquiri if it's a good one. I'm gonna have to try both and see which one because there's different tastes and different areas. Sometimes like this is not a good pina colada. It's not my style. You know what I mean? It needs to
Absolutely.
be very coconutty and pineapple-y,
Okay. Yeah.
like liquidy. I don't like a lot of
Yeah.
ice. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Which I love that it's free. It's when it's like $20 and it's not the kind you like. You're like, ugh, it's a waste.
It's upsetting.
It is upsetting. Yeah, it is upsetting. But yeah, no, so that should be an interesting thing. I can't wait to travel just with Jeff. Just that, just like leaving and just being just the two of us. I'm excited about it. Yeah, that should be fun.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Next
okay, go.
topic.
Yeah, next topic.
So I saw your muscles on the internet yesterday.
Oh, yes. Okay, right. That's a good topic. Let's talk about that.
It it is a good topic. So tell us about like
The
this
girl that's
year,
upset.
huh?
The girl that's upset. Here's this.
Someone's upset.
She wasn't upset. She was like, "Oh no, it was a very nice comment," because I responded. And I was like, "Okay, let's assume positive intentions." But I do feel like I'm like, "Oh, that would have been a better way for you to write your comment if
What?
you." It was just more like a, "Oh, I remember I started following your page because you said that you didn't like the gym and that we didn't have to do weight training." And I was like, "Is this post about me saying you have to weight train?" Like it was just, and I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Oh, wow." Anyways, I was like, and she said, "I thought this page was about healthy eating, diet, healthy diets and healthy portion, whatever." And I like quoted her and I was like, that doesn't sound like me. So this is not the
Wow.
page. Yeah.
No.
Like this page is just my life. Like, welcome to my page. If you know what I mean? It's just like that.
Wow.
And then
Also,
she's like,
like,
oh, I didn't want like it wasn't in a negative way. And I was like, okay, let's assume positive intentions, but like this is just it. Like, you know what I mean?
so for me as a person, if I'm following someone and I'm like, huh, that doesn't really align with my vibe, I don't want to see her content anymore. I would just unfollow.
Or just
I,
keep scrolling.
100%.
If
Like
it's
I
like
can't remember
a
last time I,
particular post, like that post doesn't fit, but the others do. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes just like this one part, you're like, that doesn't really speak to me, but it's all good. Like we all have different. I was like,
but I definitely wouldn't be upset that that person is also like, are we allowed to evolve? Do you know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, exactly, exactly. And I was like, see, and that made me think about we tend to follow people who validate a thing that like, so probably she followed me because I validated her hate for the gym.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she sees me lift 10 pounds. And you know what I mean? Like, it's like literally a video of me, like 10 to 15s. Like, I'm not all of a sudden this like competition person. You know what I mean? And she's just like, what the fuck? I thought we were sticking together and we were never going to lift weights for the rest of our lives. You know what I mean? I was like, listen, also did not say, hey, you should be doing this. There was a different message. It's like, and then she said, like, sorry, I didn't read the caption. And when they don't read the caption, when the video says read the caption,
Very clearly. Like the
because yeah,
instructions were read the
caption
caption.
is important because I don't like physical transformation. I don't like things that are about like how a person looks. So it's like, please read what I have to say about this. It's not about the thing. It was like it was actually I was very surprised by the transformation because it was never about the transformation. So when I saw the video come up in my I was looking for something else and that video comes up from a year ago in my photos. You know how it does that sometimes like 1 year ago. And I was like, whoa, I think there would be a difference if I were to like, and I was wearing the same pants. It was just like perfect. And so I did the video and I was like, that's really cool. And I actually like took the whole day to post it because I was like, do I post it? Do I not? I don't want it to seem that I'm saying that. And I was like, that's not it. It was very much like, oh my God, you can actually progress, have progress without any goal of anything other than just showing up. Like showing up is how progress happens, not necessarily having a goal of progress. Like having goals is like things that we can just say. It's like talk, talk, talk. But you know what I mean? Anyway, so it took me a while to took me a few hours, at least like all day. I even showed it to my hairdresser and I was like, should I post it? Is it like this? Like I don't want it to be about like how I look. It was more about like, fuck, there's progress without me making it about it. You know what I mean?
I want to talk about what gets progress because that was like a really good. You might need to re-say that. But I need to go back to people focusing on what we're not saying.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's a tricky place to be on the internet when you're sharing and you're like saying this and it's like I actually didn't just because I said this, I'm not saying this. Like
Or I'm
pe
not saying this thing. You know what I mean? Like I can't think about all the things that you're gonna be triggered by so that I can je peux apporter like and c'est
it's just people are so sensitive, I find sometimes, and it's like just because I'm saying this, I didn't say that. You're assuming that by what I just shared with you. And just because I'm saying I'm lifting weights, I'm not saying you didn't say you have to, you should.
no,
Do you
it
know
was
what I
just like, look
mean?
at this, like you can get progress by whatever. Anyways, it was just like yeah. I also like it's that is it that people are sensitive or everything is not about you and your relationship with that?
Yeah.
So, like, for example, remember when we wanted to post our picture of 10 years of your weight loss and you had a drink in your hand and I had ice cream, and it was this thing where we might be promoting alcohol drinking?
Massive thing.
Yeah,
Massive.
it was this thing, you guys. And I was like, oh my God, this is where we're at, where like we're promoting 10 years of being in a business where we're saying, like, do your thing, like, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like literally it. Like, it was like 10 years of no meal plans. That was actually the billboard. And I was like, this is not me. Like, if you are triggered by whatever, that's your relationship. Like, you've made it about you where it wasn't about you. It's actually about us. It's a billboard about us, actually. So, you've made it about you and your relationship with whatever's being said. And how can you not be aware enough to realize that's a relationship you need to work on? Like, it has nothing to do with me or the billboard. Like, but people literally think like this is your fault. Like this is you're triggering this and this is my relationship with it. And it's like, no, actually that would be a introspection of my emotions. Like, interesting that I'm triggered by this. I wonder why. Definitely would not say
I
anything out loud. I think it would
I
just,
was just upset no one was triggered by the ice cream.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
what?
What if
Do you
what if
think
you're diabetic?
people
You're
people binge
triggered.
on ice cream?
Yes.
People, do you know what I mean? Like it's just ridiculous. Okay,
Okay.
going back to, I love what you just said about what gets you the results is
Showing up.
showing up. And often we put so much emphasis into setting the goal, saying the words,
I would even like switch results to progress.
progress.
Because results would be, I'm gonna get muscle. I'm gonna look like this. I'm gonna
Mm,
shift my body. Pour moi, c'est progress. So the progress pour moi was like, you typically don't lift things and put them down. Let's now lift things and put them down. And like you have to fight the urge to make it perfect, to make it
yeah,
right, to make it better, to make it faster. Like you literally have to be intentional for it because like and not to like speak like Jeff was like, well, if you're not gonna know how many, like what is it worth? I'm like, worth something because I used to not do it. So like you have to like actually fight for your right to party. But you have to like literally fight for just progress. I'm like, I don't have a goal, so I don't need to lift 4 times a week. I actually don't have a goal. I just know that it was zero. And now I'm like, I only want to go when I feel like it. And I need to connect with it. I need to connect with it. And I know that like we're opposites in that way. It's like, well, some people will never feel like it. Well, that's interesting. If you never feel like it, like then you should look into that and be like, well, then that might not be important to you. Like, so like I see value in connecting to wanting to do something. And some days you guys it was like 10 minutes though. I was like, yuck, this is yuck. Like I don't want to do more. Like let's go upstairs. But then I'd be like, what part of it is yuck? There's no mirror. There's no one else. The music's not loud enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I was like kind of trying to find my place here. And also just being so consistent in fitness classes, like boot camps, whatever. And it's not perfect. Like a boot camp class is not perfect, but people would be like, oh, you can't get gains by doing like boot camp classes with 20 pounds or 10 pounds. And I'm like, well, I beg to differ. It'll take longer. It'll take longer for sure. But I'm not looking for gains. Like I'm looking for just doing something I wasn't doing before. That's literally it. And let's like see. So it was fun to see the progress physically for sure. But that was a year, you know what I mean? And it's yes, that could have been faster if I would have done the macros and the things, but like it's not my thing, you know?
I mean, it's you doing it your way is
Yes.
what it is. Like, and just because Josée is sharing like that's her way, that doesn't mean that's your way. What I really want you guys to like take away from this conversation is if
Mm,
you are looking to see progress,
yeah. Yeah.
you need to find a way to show up consistently,
Hmm.
not perfect, but just like showing up.
Hmm.
And the best way to do that is the way that feels authentic to you, that aligns with your values, your resources, and your goals.
Yeah.
And then stop looking at the fastest way
Yeah.
and the right way and start looking for your way.
Yeah. The reason why I'm not a big fan of goal setting, I think it like takes away the once a week. Like there's no goal that like if someone's like just once a week. Like I even remember just saying like if you're just gonna do it once a week, what's the use? And I was like, the use is the once a week. Like it's better than zero a week. I was like, how do you not see that? Like I was like saying that to him. I'm like, how do you not see that? I'm like, for me, ça fait toute distance. Like it's more than zero a week. I don't know what to tell you. And some days, some weeks, I have the schedule works where I can do 3 fitness classes, 1 Pilates, 2 boot camp, whatever. And then sometimes I have time. Like right now, I'm excited. I'm gonna go do a arm workout once we're done. I want to do it. I have time in my schedule to do it. But sometimes I don't, and I'm not like, oh, last week was 5 days a week because it's not about a certain number. It's just doing it when there it fits, you know. And then you grow the love for it. Like you grow the like I actually enjoy it, and you do see a difference in your strength, you know. But like physical, I think what motivated me to do this that way was Jeff for sure. I just find I'm very inspired by the fact that he just like did something without needing a medal or making it this big announcement. He just like, oh, I want to start being stronger or whatever. I'm sure he loves his look. Like I'm sure he likes the way he looks, which is great. I like the way it looks as well. But like I really see that it's not about that because he likes the way he looks, but he doesn't take a million pictures to be like, look how I look. Like I look like I need validation, right? Like this is good, right? Like he doesn't do that. And we tend to do a little bit more of that as women, right? We just tend
Yeah.
to do that there because we see it all the time on the
Yeah.
internet. And there is it does feel good. But I'm just trying to be more like inspired by his way. Like I said, like men are just like different sometimes. And I think we could be very inspired by the way they just do shit without always needing something in return. They sometimes just do things because they want to, and I feel like we should do a little bit more of that. So that was the reason why. And that was May, but do you remember that it was really just August that I was like, I actually think I want to like do this. So May was like 10 pounds, 10 minutes though. Like sometimes when I feel like it, no. And then I like was like, okay. Then all of a sudden in August, I think it was again, it's your environment does make it play a difference, right? And what do you have
Big
access
time.
to?
Big
You have
time.
access to. Like
Big
cutting
time.
inspires me. I really like she's like just so like fit and I just like her I like her muscly look. I like that she, you know what I mean? And so like also what you like changes, right? Like there's a point in my life where I really wanted to be thin, and
Yeah.
it changed to like I don't really care about that. Now it's like I just want to feel like I can do things. I don't know. Just and then that can change because you feel different about your life and life happens. And that's the thing. And I said, I wanted to say to the girl, but I was like, why am I being involved by this? I didn't even want to
Yeah.
answer. I'm like more of a non-answer. I'm a more of a, I avoid
Yeah.
sometimes. I'm more of an avoider. But then I was like, I don't know, there was something about the way that it was said where it's like, I thought this is what this was about. And I was like, oh my God, we do need to evolve. Like we also have a right to be like, oh, I changed my mind. And this is, this feels right to me now. Like everyone does that. I feel like that's what progress is. That's what being a human being is.
And just, when I'm looking at you at the gym or whatever doing your boot camp class, that's about you.
Yeah.
And I should, if I'm feeling bad when I'm watching you do something that makes you happy, that's a reflection on me. And I
Yeah.
think it's a reflection potentially that there's like some sort of underlying like guilt or like I should be doing that. Like
Yeah.
I see people doing things all the time that I don't do. Yay them.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm over here we're looking at my own page and
Yeah.
figuring out
Exactly.
what I want to do for me.
Yeah.
for my progress.
And there was a comment that was like, "Oh, I know I need to start lifting weights." And I say,
Oh,
"You do not need. You do
no.
not need." The fact that you haven't prioritized it means that like you actually don't have that need. Like you
Yeah.
don't care for it, and that's fine. And I said like at one point you might just like want to. Like
Yes.
you just want to. And then you just try it out. But I think that what I think also an important conversation is if what is stopping you from wanting to is perfection, you will never want to. So, and also like shut the noise of people being like, well, what, que ça vaut? Que ça vaut? Ça vaut la fois. Like the one time I can do it this month. Like I've always had that approach. Like I'm just a very I flirt with like, do I like this? Do I not like this? Is this the way? Because I don't want to do something I don't want to do. And I know that sometimes people are like, well, if I wait till I want to do it, I'll never do anything. I'm like, how interesting that you don't want to do anything with your life. I don't understand. Like, I'm like, how you should reflect on that. It's like when people say, if I eat what I want, I would just eat everything all the time. I'm like, yuck, yuck. You wouldn't.
And I don't, they
I don't think
wouldn't.
that's what you want.
No. I
Reflect on
think
that a little bit.
people want freedom. They want
They want permission.
they
They
want
want,
freedom and permission to
yeah, you're right.
choose, but I think if they actually stepped into giving themselves full permission,
And time.
eventually they would stop. But people don't want to go through that process because that could result in weight gain.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And it
Yeah.
could take years, but 100%, if people leaned in fully to like, I can do what I want, I think they'd be shocked.
Yeah. I think they'd be shocked into like, if they were to connect with themselves and say, like, what do I want? Because I think a lot of people, which is sad, they spend their whole day thinking they are doing things they don't want to do. Like how much of a sad, like you have one life and all you're doing is just things you don't want to do. Comme qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Yeah.
Wake up,
Yeah.
là. Do something that you want to do. And I think it's all like the not habit, but the underlying important thing that we all need is confidence in our ability, like to not to show up, spell. Well, progress would be one of them. I just feel like diet culture has like damaged our self-confidence in being able to lose weight our way to like it's like if it's not perfect, because that's a big message on the internet. Like if it's not perfect, come back when you're ready. If you're not willing to do 5 days a week, well, whatever. And so it's just like it's vraiment sucky le self-confidence in anything related to fitness or weight loss or health. It's like you need to be a certain way for it to whatever. And that's why I'm like, that's not the goal. The goal is progress. So acknowledging where you are right now, which was zero weightlifting, to being like a one day is good enough because it's progress. If progress was the goal, progress was the like focus, you'd be like, you would recognize the whole point of going for a walk once a week when you haven't walked in 10 years, like, for 10 minutes, because it's more than zero. I don't know. It's like the math is it's a pretty set.
It's super rational, but sometimes we're a little irrational when it
Yeah.
comes to our journey like this. And even we talk about this too with our members, especially when they first join us, is sometimes people get frustrated because maybe they're not losing weight right away after implementing changes. But
Right.
what they need to acknowledge is that you were slowly gaining
Mm,
and or quickly gaining. And so if you stopped the gain, that's progress.
progress. Yeah, for sure.
That's progress. You might not be getting the results that you're looking for yet,
Mhm.
but you are progressing and not even, and then off the scale completely, just like your habits. Like maybe you're still binging, but you're binging less often. Your binges don't last as long.
Yeah.
Progress.
Yes. I think we're all looking to the right when we should be looking to the left. Like it's like that the what's gonna happen with weight loss or progress or muscle or whatever strength is gonna happen if you look to the left and you start focusing on how you're living your life, how you're spending your time. Like, how are you spending your time? How hard of a question is that? How are you spending your time? Well, I'm spending my time going to work and doing everything for everyone else and then sitting on the couch. Cool. Okay, that's how you're spending your life right now. Is
Yeah.
that how you want to spend your life? Like, c'est aussi simple que ça. Well, no, I'd like to have more energy. I'd like to whatever. Okay, cool. So I think it's time for you to like shift some things over here so that and then like not be like, I want to lose weight while I'm still living this what you don't life that you don't want to be living. Like, how about you focus on the life you're living and how you're spending your time? That is the main focus.
And do you know what that requires? A CEO mindset.
I see. Yeah, that you're in
It,
charge. Yeah.
it requires you to acknowledge that you were in charge It
Yeah.
requires you to acknowledge that, yes, there are obstacles, but you are the boss of figuring it out.
Figuring it
Like,
out. Yeah.
at the end of the day, like there's no one has this like perfect laid out situation for themselves. People that you see getting the results that you're looking for, it's not because there was never obstacles or difficult things. It's because the way that they think about those things.
Yeah.
Like you need to take accountability, and what accountability actually means is ownership of your choices regardless of your environment.
Yeah. Just ownership.
Ownership, the
Yeah.
good and the bad choices.
Yeah. Imagine you're like the owner, CEO, whatever, of a business, and like the way you try to solve conflict within your employees or within like so employees is like family relationships, like employees, the running of the business, that's your life, right? Like how shit is going in and out and whatever, like how time is being spent either creating product or whatever. Like think of like that. If you are a disaster and all you do is react like me like that, your business is gonna crash, like
Or
you know.
when like a huge issue happens, you're like, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, and or just complain about this issue.
Yeah.
No, the
Yeah.
CEO's like, okay, now I'm gonna look at my resources. Where can I pull from? What can I adjust? How can I do this?
And
And it's
CEOs are not looking at
rational.
other companies seeing what the fuck they're doing. Like they're like, let them, like we need to focus on like what we're doing here and what's happening within our little area. No, definitely, definitely on the same page for that. So I feel like at the end of the day, you can set all the goals, like set all the goals, but if you're not showing up, progress will not happen. So instead of like having this crazy goal of like, or it's not even crazy, just instead of like always saying out loud that you have, like, just go. Like in my mind, I'm like, you can tell me that you want to do something. I'm like, cool. Now I will be more impressed or more like influenced or inspired by seeing you doing it, like than just you talking about you wanting. There's a lot of talk. That's just like, yeah,
I say that to me all the time. Less talking, more acting.
more action. Okay, you guys, this was a great talk. Hopefully
Great
I
talk.
kick your butts a little bit. No, just one, two, three, go. And I think the underlying message was one time is better than zero times. So, and don't let anyone trying to convince you otherwise, because that is, comme c'est aussi simple que ça. One is
Love
better
it.
than zero.
Love
Done.
it.
Okay,
Love
all
it.
right. Okay, have a great day, you guys. Bye, Leash.